everybody, it's Doug back with you with another great episode of Traveling with SHOWCO. And I'll tell you what, we've been so behind on these videos because we had such a busy October. October's my favorite month, so we had lots of stuff to do. So we were taking lots of pictures, things like that. If you look at our Facebook, there's tons of pictures up there, places we've gone, road trips we've been on, things like that. So today I'm trying to catch up with where I went to go do some instructing and some teaching in October. So before we get started though, I'm kind of asking for everybody's help with this thing. Have you joined us for a conference session or a class? And, sometimes you have to do reviews and things like that and critiques and things like that. I said, nobody likes writing that stuff. So I said, let's try something different. Let's try a Google review. That takes about a minute, 1 minute. So all you got to do is you scan the Google QR code that's on our screen or on Facebook. It's all over the place. Or just go to the website and you can just leave us a quick review. It takes like maybe less than a minute to do this kind of thing, but it's really a powerful statement because it kind of shows we're in the right direction, that our message about legacy is lasting and it's something to be thinking about, and we're inspiring people. So, it's nice if you can do that. Maybe you attended a conference a couple months ago or last year. You can still leave a nice, review on there. It just takes about a minute, so it doesn't take very long. But we would definitely appreciate y'all doing it. So thank you very much. We'll get back to the show now. So let's start the music. Okay, everybody, we are back, and man, we are getting ready to start this thing and have some fun with the what we've been doing. So this little episode right here is going to be about where I've went in the month of October to go provide training and presentations and all that kind of stuff out there. So first up is we went to Gulf Coast down in Alabama. And that was for the Gulf Coast Conference down there. We went down there, and that was really kind of tough because we just did a road trip and then we just got back. We were home maybe less than a day and took off to go to Alabama to go do this down there. And that was a great time. We had fun with that class. We always do. That Gulf Coast and Orange Beach is just absolutely freaking beautiful down there. If you ever get a chance to go there, I suggest y'all do. So it's really cool down there. So we went down and we were asked to do a presentation. And one of our presentations we did down there was called Multi-Generations Myths and Misunderstandings. It's a completely kind of different take on what you normally think when you talk about stereotypes and things like that. Because my deal is this: I don't believe any of that stuff about, millennials need this and Gen Zs need that and baby boomers have this. I don't believe any of that. I think it comes from how you've been brought up, where you were brought up, what kind of family did you have? All those things going to impact who you actually are, not your date of birth. That is so it's almost as believable as a horoscope, tarot cards. I mean, we might as well just do the whole thing. So I try to talk about that and try to make it a fun little class right there. It was only like 1 hour, but it was really a cool thing. I couldn't believe when we got there, I thought, okay, I'm probably not going to get that many people. I'm up against a lot of other pretty good instructors. So we start going and I'm in the room and I'm starting to get ready to go. And I noticed the room is starting to really fill up. And I'm like, holy cow, this is getting, it's getting nice up here. So, and I mean, it really started filling up and I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, pretty soon it was standing room only, which I thought was pretty darn nice to have that. And people were very, very nice. And I did the class. And after the class, a lot of people came up and were like, oh my gosh, we were just talking about this kind of thing. And have you seen this? And it was such a good presentation. And I'm like, I love that kind of stuff. So I did ask people to do the Google reviews. Some did, and it's like I think a lot of people were kind of going to the next class. So that's why I just talk about it now. If you're out there watching this, you're like going, oh, okay, maybe I'll go do that kind of thing. So that's all it was. It was pretty cool, but that was kind of a long drive, 7 hours to go down there and do that presentation. But it's it's those things we have to spend money to make money. You know what I'm saying? We have to go down and get our message out to everybody so they can ask for classes or presentations or whatever. That's majority of our business is like that. We don't really do any advertisements or anything like that. We do basically word of mouth, and that's been pretty successful for us since 2015. So anyway, so we came back after that, and man, we were back one day, And then we went again on another road trip to do some Halloween stuff in Knoxville. And it was like, so we really didn't have a whole lot of time out there to do anything. So, but then we got back we got back on Sunday, and Sunday afternoon, I had to drive up to Illinois to two presentations up there for the IPSTA conference. And that was pretty cool. That was a lot of, I like going up to Illinois. It's where my father's from. I got a lot of family up in that area. Don't really know them, but I know their family up there. So, um, but I do like the people that run IPSTA. So they asked me to do it, and man, I'll do it. And originally I was going to do one class. And then they said, hey, would you mind doing two classes? And I'm like, absolutely. I'm always ready to do these things. So I did one class that was 90 minutes long, and that was called Paranormal Leadership Lessons from the Past, Present, and Future. Now, I love Halloween. So it had kind of a Halloweenish theme to it because we talked about ghosting when your supervisor ghosts you. We were talking about leadership ghosting. We were talking about the act of being ghosted. And we were talking about when your center seems to be haunted, when nothing's making sense at this point. What the heck is going on? So we talked about that. The first part of the class was all about that paranormal kind of activity in a fun way, talking about leadership like that. And then we started talking about leadership lessons from the past, present, and future. That's sort of a homage to A Christmas Carol, Scrooge. So, I went back in time. So I asked everybody, is there somebody in your past that really gave you some good advice, or maybe was there to support you or believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself? And so many people were shaking their heads like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, have you ever told that person, I may not have said it now, but 10 years ago, you did this for me. And I really want to let you know that really made a difference. Are there those people in your past that really transform the way you think? That really makes you like, I want to lead like they did. Maybe it was a teacher. Maybe it was a coach. Maybe it was a friend, family member. I don't know what it was for you, but I always tell people, have you forgotten the lessons that they taught you back then? That you said, man, I want to be like that. And it's like, and I know a lot of times people say, well, I can't really do that kind of stuff now, Doug, because I'm so busy. Do you not think they were busy too? But they still made the time to support you and say, you can do this. You've got it. And I had everybody write down a name of somebody on a little piece of paper we gave them. And so I told them, go back and tell this person you were in this class. We started talking about this stuff. And I thought about you. How powerful would that be to tell somebody? If somebody came up to you out of the blue and just said, you probably don't remember this, but here's the thing. This is what happened. I mean, I've had that happen to me. And I shared that little experience with the class and told them what happened. It was just one of these things where it's like, you don't think what you say sometimes matters, but it really does. It really does matter. It really does mean something to somebody. So even if you can't remember what you said, they do. And sometimes just that simple little, you can do it. I got faith in you. Come on, you can do that. That little thing can actually turn around somebody's whole career. So I try to get people to remember the past and then the present. What's going on right now? Are you ready for changes that are going to start coming to your comm center, like all the technology craziness? Are you building resilience? Are you talking to people? What are you doing with staffing? We're talking about this stuff now. So we did the past, the present, and the future is more technology. When you start having things where you can see pictures of accidents or terrible events, you'll get a text message about it. They'll show you the video of these things. Are you ready to see it? I'm always talking to people. Are you ready for that kind of thing? What's your agency doing to prepare you for that kind of stuff? So many agencies are not. And that's when I finished that class and people came up and we're talking about it. And they said, my God, it is just like that. They're not even telling us about this stuff that's really impacting us and nobody's doing anything about it. And I'm like, that's where we have to start talking about these things. So that was a really good class. I mean, it started just a Halloween kind of thing. I thought about fun to make it paranormal leadership and then lessons from the past, present, future. So I combined both things, paranormal activity and Christmas Carol. And really, it's very successful. My goodness, that was such a good one right there. So lots of people in the class. Again, standing room only. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked that it was standing room only in there. I was like, okay. And the next class I did that myths and multiple generations and myths and understandings. The one I just did in Alabama, I did that again in Illinois. Again, full house, standing room only in the back. And I was telling people, I'm sorry, there's no more seats back there. And they're like, oh, that's fine. They're just standing there. And I'm like, it was a great experience to see that kind of thing where people wanted to come see my presentation. I was up against some pretty good speakers too. I was like, wow, you guys chose me over some other people. That's thank you for that. I appreciate that kind of thing. So really a nice thing. And I thought that was pretty cool to have that kind of stuff. So two events, I mean, Alabama and Illinois, very close to each other. And I kind of jumped into these things and said, yeah, I can help you out. I'll do this or whatever. And so it was a lot of driving, but I didn't want to take the chance and fly around and have all this stuff going on. So we just drove down there and did it. I drove back from Alabama, then I drove right up to Illinois. And so really a crazy time, but it was so well worth it to meet so many cool people and give away a bunch of cool stuff we have and talk about my favorite topic, which is legacy, leave a legacy. And we gave people bracelets and stuff that say leave a legacy on it. And so hopefully they're wearing those things. And just a great experience. You know, and sometimes I feel like I don't know if I'm hitting the message or not. I don't know if I'm saying it the right way or not. And then when people come up afterward and they say, "Oh my God, that was so good," I'm like, "It was." I just, you know, sometimes I don't feel it, and it's I need that kind of feedback from a crowd when they're, you know, applauding or whatever. I need that kind of thing where people are like appreciative of what we do. So that's kind of a cool thing to have. If you ever have that, you got it. And then this month, which is November, I know we're kind of all over the place on these dates, but this month, back on Veterans Day, which was just the other day, a virtual academy. They had a virtual conference where we had to zoom in and do this kind of thing. So I was going to do the wellness through legacy. That's a class I just came up with, wellness through legacy, where it talks about the impact of what you do and how it's going to make you feel and other people feel, and just really a great I thought it had a lot of stuff into it, a lot of pieces to that class, a wellness through legacy, and that got a lot of good feedback too. And then they called me that morning about 8:30 and said, "Hey, somebody called out sick. Can you step in and do this?" And I'm like, "Why not? Yeah, I got another class I can put up there." So I did the multi-generational myths and misunderstandings again. Another really great experience. People were like digging that. I got a lot of good feedback on it. So I thought that's pretty cool. And what's nice about those virtual ones is just like right now. I mean, I don't really have to go anywhere. It's here and it's like it's pretty easy to do. Although I will tell you, I generally don't like these things because I can't see any reactions from anybody. I mean, yeah, they got the comment thing going, but I have to read those things and it's like, oh my goodness. But it's one of those things where it's like I'd rather just see the people so I know if I'm hitting the message or not. So, but the virtual's good. I mean, I've done a lot of those for them, a lot. So that's kind of a cool thing. So that's kind of where we've been going for business wise. And we're going to be doing a couple more videos because we're going to talk about our Knoxville stuff we did in for Halloween. We're going to talk about our Pigeon Forge and what's the other place over there? Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, a bunch of other places over there. So we'll talk about those on our next video. This one's kind of a short one. I just wanted to kind of pop in and say, hey, here's what I've been doing as far as business is concerned. So it's been one of those things where I'm just trying to like, you know, keep the business going. But if you do get a chance, and I'm asking you nicely, if you do get a chance to go and give us a review on Google, just go to there's a QR code that's on the screen or it's on Facebook. It's all over the place. Less than a minute, you can leave a review, and that's all it takes. And it's such a good thing because it kind of gives us support of saying, okay, our message is getting out. Our message is resonating with people where they say, you know, and I do want to leave a legacy. I do want to do these things. So that's kind of what it's about. And if you ever want to have one of our speeches or conferences or whatever it is out there, let us know. I mean, we can kind of figure it out. We can do a virtual one if you want like this. I can do that too. I've done it for several pretty large agencies that during COVID couldn't have anybody over there. So I did a lot of virtual ones for them. And you know, they work just as well sometimes. So if you want something like that, please look us up. And we're on every social media thing you could think of. Facebook. We're on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. We're all over the place. And we're on YouTube, which is our big one. YouTube, we have our own channel over there. It's YouTube/Showalter Company, all together, no periods. And it comes right up, and it's got a lot of videos on there and stuff like that. These videos I'm talking about right here. But you can actually subscribe to us on there and hit the little dinger bell on there. And that way, anytime I put up a new one, you'll get a message saying, hey, they just put up another one. And I'll tell you what, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be putting up a lot of them because we've been out doing a lot of stuff because of the holiday season. So we have a lot of videos to put up of all these cool roadside attractions we've been to and all these cool little out-of-the-way places we've seen and things like that. So hopefully you'll join us. You'll come along with us and enjoy the ride. So it is something to think about. So we definitely appreciate you coming by. This one's all about our business, where we were at this week and stuff like that. But make sure you share, talk to people about it. And if you ever want us to come to your place or do a presentation for you, please just let me know. And I'll be glad to come by and show you what we do. So there you go. All right, go out and make it a great day, everybody, because you know, good Lord, I will. So thank you.